जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन। यमुनातीर वनचारी। यमुनातीरा वनचारी। यमुनातीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गिरिधारी राधा गिरिधारी राधे। जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय। निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय प्रभुपाद की जय। Today I am doing the Bhaktivinoda Thakur song. ओह वैष्णव ठाकुर दयाल सागर। जय भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की जय हो। ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, हे दासे करुणा करी। ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, हे दासे करुणा करी। दिया पद छाया शोध हे आमाय, तुम्हारा चरण धरी। दिया पद छाया शोध हे आमय, तुम्हारा चरण धरी। ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, वेदाचे करुणा करी। क्षय वेगदमी क्षय दोष शोधी, क्षय गुण देहदासे। क्षय सत्संग देह हे आमय, बसेचे संगीर आशे। ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, वेदाचे करुणा करी, एकाकी आमर नाही पाय बल, हरी नाम संकीर्तने, तुम्ही कृपा करी श्रद्धा बिंदू दिया, देह कृष्ण नाम ध्याने. ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, वेदासे करुणा करी. कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण दीते पार, तुम्हारा शक्ति আছে, आम्ही तो कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बली, ठाई तव पाछे पाछे. कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण दीते पार, तुम्हारा शक्ति আছে, आम्ही तो कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बली, ठाई तव पाछे पाछे. ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, वेदासे करुणा करी. ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, वेदासे करुणा करी. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. श्री भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय हो. ट्रांसलेशन. O Venerable Vaishnava Thakur, O Ocean of Mercy, be merciful to this servant of yours and purify me with the shade of your lotus feet. Your lotus feet I humbly hold, by helping me control the six urges and purifying me of the sixth fault. Bestow upon your servant the six good qualities. O Master, please give me the six kind of holy association. I have sat down here hoping to have your company. Alone I do not find the strength to chant the holy name of Hari. Please be merciful and blessing me with a drop of faith. Bestow on me the great treasure of the holy name of Krishna. Krishna is yours, and you can give him to me, for such is your power. This bridge is simply running behind you, crying out, Krishna, 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 Krishna. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. श्री प्रभुपाद की जय हो. श्री भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय हो. सर्व आचार्यों की जय हो. Thank you, Prabhuji, for so wonderful seva. Then we pranam to all devotees.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much for the nice kirtan in the morning. Now we'll start with the today's class. Before that, I welcome everybody to the today's session. In today's session, we'll be studying lesson 144. This is the second chapter of 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. But before that, let us complete the invocation prayers. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं त्वजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्य च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Now we'll offer our obeisances to the Sambandha, Avideya and Pravajana deities. పంచతత్వాత్మకం కృష్ణం భక్తరూపస్వరూపకం భక్తావతారం భక్తాఖ్యం నమామి భక్తశక్తికం జేతాం సురతోపంగర్మమ మందమతిర్గతి మత్సర్వస్వపదాంబోజో రాధా మదనమోహనో దివ్యాత్ బృందారణ్యకల్పద్రుమా శ్రీమద్ రత్నాంగర సింహాసన స్థితౌ శ్రీమద్ రాధా శ్రీలగోవిందదేవో పృష్టాలిపి సేవ్యమానౌ స్మరామి श्रीमान रासरसारंभी वंशीवटतटस्थित कर्शन वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथ श्रियस्तुना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर त्रिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद. Now we'll offer our obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. नमो महापदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नमने घोरोतिसे नमः. O most magnificent incarnation, your Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishnam Sangopangostra Parsadam Yagya Sankirtana Praye Yajanti Sumedasa. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. नाना शास्त्र विचारण के निपुणो सद्धर्म संस्थापको लोकानां हितकारिणो त्रिभुवने मान्य शरण्य करो राधा कृष्ण पदारविंद भजनान आनंदेन मत्तालिको वंदे रूप सनातन रघुजुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis of Vrindavan, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizingly studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of the gopis and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of the divine couple Sri Radha and Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. With this, I once again welcome all the devotees to the today's session, that is lesson 144. But before we start 144, let us have the recap of the last lesson which was conducted, that is lesson 143. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam to all devotees. Seek your blessings for the recap session today. Day before yesterday, Prabhuji covered lesson 143. The background is that Narad Muni has come to Dwarika and he goes to Vasudev ji's house, and Narad Muni recollects the conversation between the Yogendra and King Nimi to answer the questions of Vasudev ji. So, the topic that was covered in lesson 143 is Sadhu Sangha and devotional service. And in today's class, Prabhuji will elaborate on the three types of devotees. As we learned that Navayogendras can travel anywhere and everywhere, and in lesson 143, we saw the power of bhakti, that is devotional service. Prabhuji said that just by believing in devotional service, one achieves so much. What to say of the results that can one achieve by performing devotional service? So let us start with the session with the recap session of lesson 143. Question 1 is, what is the benefit of devotional service compared to karma and yoga? What kind of benefit one can achieve by performing devotional service compared to other yogas like karma or jnana yoga?
Hare Krishna, Mother.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So compare it to the devotional service and other service to the demigod that we are asking. Demigod, that whatever you do there, that is the temporary, remains with the body. The result is also depending on your previous karmas. So that is about that. But devotional service is so transcendental. It takes out of miseries of this material world. It establishes our eternal relation with the Lord in a Satchitananda position. So this is what devotional service is, a dharma, Bhagavad dharma. It establishes Bhagavad dharma. That is what is our eternal duty.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Very nicely said by Radha Vinod Prabhuji. So the first thing that doesn't happen, like the first benefit is, one in devotional service, one does not develop pride or envy, which is possible in other yogas, karma and jnana. And like Prabhuji mentioned, that there are 9 limbs of devotional service. So even by performing 1 or 2 limbs, one can achieve so much that what to say of we know about Amrish Maharaj, who used to practice all 9 limbs of devotional service. So compared to all the other yogas, devotional service is very, very powerful. And also for it is the Yuga Dharma, it is for Kali Yuga, Bhakti Marg is the best marg. Thank you, Prabhuji. Second question is, for
Hare
whom?
Krishna Mataji. May I
Yes, yes,
add one
yes.
point more? Even this Bhakti path is very easy. The devotional love is very, very easy. Even the illiterate person can do.
Yes. Correct. There are no qualifications required. One has to have a pure heart and intention to do practice devotional service or to attain love for God. So nicely, very
माता जी,
important point.
one more
हाँ.
important point that अगर हम भगवान से जुड़ते हैं, भगवान की भक्ति करते हैं, तो हमारी जो पाप करने की वृत्ति होती है वो जड़ से निकल सकती है.
Correct.
अदरवाइज हम लोग दूसरी पास में अभी भी पाप वृत्ति होती है, पूरी नहीं जाती है. दिस इज द रीजन
Yeah.
बेस्ट
Yes.
कि हम लोग भक्ति करें तो हमारी वो जो मूड में से जाती है पाप करने की वृत्ति.
Wonderful. Thank you. So complete answer provided by all 3 of you. Thank you so much. Okay, now we go ahead. For whom there is fear in the samsara? Who feels fearful in material world? Like we
Hare
are living
Krishna
in...
Mataji, who is not the person who is not liberated, the person who is involved in material existence.
Yeah.
And
Yes, Mataji.
he has not surrendered to God.
Yeah. Perfect. So
Not
any
devotee.
jiva,
Any jiva who are
any
not
jiva,
devotees, who are not
correct,
depending
correct.
upon Krishna. Okay, they are fear. Mataji.
Yes.
Okay, simple.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Any jiva who is averse from the Lord faces fear in samsara. A devotee does not feel fearful. Okay, then what is bhakti? What is devotional service?
Bhakti is the love for Lord.
Yes, it is the love for Lord. How does...
And we have to
Pure
perform
love,
under
pure
the
love.
bona fide spiritual master. And under his care and guidance, we have to do our sadhana, and we have to progress in this path.
Yes, perfect. Yes, Rajkumari Mataji, you wanted to add something?
And this is actually true love to Lord Krishna, and totally selfless service. And the person is always interested to engage with Krishna in the service of Krishna.
Yes. Yes, Mataji, thank you. Harsha Mataji also wanted to say something. Harsha Mataji, you want to say something?
I was going to tell that pure devotional service, but Mataji already
Yeah.
said that. Yeah, thank you.
So bhakti is pure devotional service to only Lord Krishna. And we do this by singing the glories of the Lord, his names, his pastimes, his form, meditating on Lord. And we sing his glories and we chant his names without any other motive, without any intention, without any private agenda. So without any attachment to the material world, we do all these activities, and this is pure love or pure singing and chanting of the Lord's holy names. That is bhakti. Okay, then we go ahead. What was the first question of King Nimi to the Navayogendras?
What is the highest good for all human beings?
Perfect. What is the highest good? And what is the highest good, Mataji?
Pure devotional service and taking the shelter of Lord.
Yeah, practicing Bhagavad Dharma, which is practicing devotional service. Thank you, Mataji. Then, to whom should devotional service be performed?
The Lord Krishna.
Only Lord Krishna, not any
Only
other
Lord Krishna.
demigod.
Yeah,
Yes.
not anyone else. Yeah.
Thank you.
Lord Krishna means what? Lord Krishna means Vishnu also, Lord
Yes.
Rama also, Narayana also, like this.
Lord Krishna
The
and
Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Though
all
in the
the
Madhva Gaudiya system, it is said that Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam.
yeah,
Supreme Personality of Godhead.
That's good.
Supreme Personality of Godhead. But here Prabhuji is also saying that all the incarnations of Lord Vishnu also.
Vishnu means Krishna only. Jiva
Yes.
Goswami has proved it.
Yes, Prabhuji. But we can have our Ishta, no? Somebody can worship Narsimha.
Yes,
So these
there
are
are
all
other explanations also.
yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. But all these are Lord Krishna only. Okay, going forward, how should be the devotional service? How should be one's bhakti? Just
Hare
in
Krishna Mataji, it should be through japa, meditation, and through hearing, through sadhu sang.
agreed, but how should it be? What is the main
अहेतुकी.
Krishna is the supreme
ahetuki with
object.
the
अहेतुकी और अप्रतिहत
Krishna is the
मतलब
supreme
unstoppable.
object.
It should
correct
be selfless. It should be
Okay.
selfless.
selfless, correct, selfless devotion without any desires. So why there shouldn't be desires?
Desires gives always suffering.
Desires.
Yeah.
Desires
And
bring
that will be
down.
like a transaction, Mataji. Okay. Desire, if you are going with Krishna, then that is like a transaction.
Correct.
You give me this, I give this. But like
Prabhuji,
transaction
Mataji,
with Supreme, okay, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, go ahead, Mataji. Sorry.
यस माताजी मतलब हमारी डिजायर तो खत्म नहीं होगी खत्म मतलब डिजायर रहेंगी मगर वी हैव टू अवर ट्रांसफर अवर डिजायर टूवर्ड्स स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी
Correct.
स्पिरिचुअली डिजायर हमारी होनी चाहिए ज्यादा से ज्यादा इंस्टेड ऑफ मटेरियल डिजायर
And in that desire, the bhakti is that devotional service is not selfless service. If we do service for the
Yes,
God
correct.
and demand
Yes, when we
for
have desires, it is not selfless. Very nice.
self.
So everybody, wonderful answers. Prabhuji explained very nicely. Sharad Prabhuji said that Lord knows very well what is good and bad for us. So if He will give us what is good for us even when we don't ask, but sometimes He doesn't even give when we ask because He knows what is the highest good for us. Hence, we should not have any desires because we are surrendered. We know what is right for us, he will automatically give. Hence, we should not have desire. So very nicely put by Sharad Prabhuji. Okay, then going forward, next question. What should one ask from Lord if he comes in front of us or if he decides to give us darshana?
His service, we should ask. His love.
Yes.
उनको ही
His
मांगना
love.
चाहिए.
उनको ही मांगना चाहिए और कुछ नहीं मांगना चाहिए. जैसे अभी बोला, डिजायर नहीं होना चाहिए. Thank you, Mataji. Then what happens when one practices devotional service?
It's transform. There's a very
Transformation
wonderful
happens.
transformation of the person and
Yes.
uplifts of the in
We
spiritual.
cultivate the humbleness,
Yes.
dedication, enthusiasm to perform the devotional services.
Yes. Transformation ऐसा होता है कि yes, Mataji, somebody was Rajkumari Mataji.
हाँ, Mataji, when we do service, we do devotional service. There is one point more. We face many problems,
Correct. Wonderful. Yes, Mataji.
but if we surrender totally, then we can reach up to that point.
Yes, the
मतलब
difficulties of the हाँ बोल.
एनी सिचुएशन को हैंडल करने की शक्ति मिल जाती है. एनी टफ सिचुएशंस अगर जिंदगी में आती है तो वो हम डिफिकल्टी के बिना हम पार कर सकते हैं. वो शक्ति आती है.
We become
So
humble.
we become humble. Yes.
Yeah, also, Mother, when you are really successful in a devotional service or serve the Lord, Sachit Anand, the bliss comes, and the bliss is expressed many times,
Yes.
Ashtavikar or any other form. It can manifest also. So that gives us, it's the active service. Charu Prabhuji always says that devotional service not like a Jnana Marg is it's in a head, but this is a physical service that we perform, and we build a relations with the Lord, and we release that relation in a different forms.
Correct. Yes, that is the higher stage.
Yeah.
But what Rajkumari Mataji said was like one can transcend the difficulties that comes in our material existence. That is the first thing that happens when we perform devotional service. Thank you so much, everyone. Then what is the role of saints and sages like Narad Muni and Rishabh Dev?
To guide the person to tell the way how to receive God, and what is the importance of a master of Guru, spiritual master.
They illuminate the path of salvation for us.
Illuminate the path
They
of
teach us to
salvation.
how to compassion for all living beings.
Yes.
They have
They
so much
motivate
compassion.
us to perform the devotional service.
Yes. Wonderful answers by Prasad
They
Prabhu,
inspire
Harsha
everybody.
Mataji.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
They inspire everyone. With their behavior actually.
Yes, perfect. So basically, in the material world, the whole path is full of darkness. And we don't know the way. We are just walking in the darkness, like blind people are walking. And the moment Guru comes or the spiritual guide like Narad Muni or our Guru comes into our life, that same path, we can see light. And when we can see light, we can start walking knowingly where we are going. So very important role of the saints and sages on the path of devotional service. Okay, let us go ahead. Now, what is the biggest obstacle on the path of devotional service? Biggest obstacle.
Pride, and ego.
Yeah, that is there. Prabhuji mentioned only one thing. All this comes, these are the byproducts, Mataji. Sharad Prabhuji said, attachment to oneself and others is the biggest obstacle on the path of devotional service. That covers everything. Okay, going forward, why should we establish a relationship with the Supreme Lord? क्योंकि भगवान तो सब में है. कंपैशन, हम्बल होना है, कंपैशन करना है, सबसे प्रेम से रहना है. बट व्हाई शुड वन एस्टैब्लिश रिलेशनशिप ओनली विद द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड? We have to serve everyone, but we have to give our love to only to Lord.
Only and only then we can reach to God. We can reach to
हाँ,
bhakti.
पर why
We
why
have
we
to come
want
out from this birth and death cycle.
Birth and death, shackles of birth and death. True, Mataji.
Yeah, in a way. But what Prabhuji nicely explained was that everyone, we all are we all have Shanbhangur life, no? Everyone is impermanent. Only Lord is permanent. So
Permanent.
जिससे भी आप attachment करेंगे या प्रेम करेंगे, आगे पीछे तो छूट के जाना ही है. What does not will never go away is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord will ever forever is there with us. Hence the long lasting or the ultimate relationship or the say the deepest relationship should be established only with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because He is always going to be with us. So that's the
Everlasting.
answer. Yes,
Well,
everlasting.
one
Yes.
thing, what is our aim? Our aim is to serve the Lord. If we say this material world is very, very painful, we are getting so much displeasure, and that's why we should go to the spiritual world where the things are not there. That means we have got a personal desire, and it
Yes.
is for us only. But if our desire is to serve the Lord, then that will take care of everything. So our aim
Yes.
should be to serve the Lord. Serving the Lord is the topmost thing. Our own the misery is there, nothing in front of that.
Yeah. That is a very higher stage, Prabhuji. It will
Mm,
only
yeah.
come with time.
Hare
Very
Krishna,
high
Mataji.
stage. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Every relation is temporary, and
Yeah.
God is always with us. God, अगर हम एक कदम चलते हैं तो God 10 कदम चलते हैं.
Yeah.
तो
So he is the biggest well-wisher, and he is always going to be there with
always
us.
protector and guide, gives
Yes.
guidance.
Thank you. Okay, then what happens when we do hearing and chanting? This was taken up in great detail. Very important point. Very nicely explained by Charu Prabhuji. Anybody remembers?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Yes,
Prabhuji, please
Mataji.
carry on. Prabhuji, carry on.
No, you explain, Mataji. Go ahead, because those four slokas are there. You know very well. Go ahead.
Yes,
Go
yes.
ahead. Yeah.
हरे कृष्ण.
Right.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी. जैसे जैसे हम श्रवणम कीर्तन करते हैं तो हमारा जो हृदय है उसमें से वो प्योरीफाई होता जा रहा है. और
Yes.
फिर धीरे धीरे हम हमारी कॉन्शियसनेस को प्योर करते हुए फिर हम और ज्यादा रुचि लेते हैं तो हमारा माइंड जो है वो भी प्योरीफाई हो जाता है और हम एक ब्लिस का अनुभव करते हैं. तो दिस इज द ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव प्रोसेस कंप्लीट श्रवणम कीर्तनम. जैसे जैसे हम करेंगे तो हमें सेवा का भी भाव आएगा. हम सेवा बढ़ती जाए, हमारी सेवा भी बढ़ती जाएगी और सेवा करते करते हमारे भगवान के प्रति प्रेम भी बढ़ता जाएगा. So we have to serve we have to always first listen and श्रवणम कीर्तनम करना बहुत जरूरी है.
Yeah.
और हमारे
It's
जो
that.
हृदय की जो भी ग्रंथियां है वो भी छूट जाती हैं.
Yeah.
हमें मालूम पड़ता है कि हमारी रियल पोजीशन क्या है. जो जड़
Correct.
चेतन ग्रंथि से हम बंधे हुए हैं तो हमें मालूम पड़ता है कि हम चेतन है, हम भगवान के प्योर अंश है और हमें भी सब क्वालिटीज है. और जो हम समझ रहे हैं कि हम ये बॉडी है वो हम उसमें से हम वो जो इल्यूजन है उसमें से हम बाहर आ सकते हैं.
बाहर आते हैं. Thank you, Mataji. Wonderfully explained. कर्म बंधन भी पूरी तरह से ये हो जाता है, तभी हम निकल जाता है. एंड वेरी विथ अ वेरी सिंपल प्रोसेस ऑफ जस्ट hearing and chanting with only these two, which is comparatively much more easier compared to other forms of difficult yogas and all. Okay, then how should be devotional service, how should bhakti be practiced under the guidance of
Spiritual master or sadhu with a
Yeah.
spiritual master and with a sadhu
Guru, Sadhu and Shastra.
Shastra.
Yeah. Then what is the contrast between the devas and demigods and sadhus? Like, what is the difference?
Demigods can lead us to material happiness or sufferings, whereas great saints can endure us spiritual benefits.
Yeah.
They,
So very,
they uplift us in the spiritual journey.
yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Very easy way of like example is one is like two types of parents are there. One is like you ask for something, a chocolate or a goodie, they will immediately buy and give it to you. And other is they will see whether actually it should be given, what time it should be given, what is the mentality of the child. So it depend, they'll see everything and then they will give. So that is the difference between a demigod and a sadhu. Thank you, Mataji. Then rarity of human birth. We know that firstly you get human birth after 84 lakhs cycles of birth and death. So it is so rare. And then human life is like what is the very least probability of all the given life forms? What small quantity of what small proportion of human life is there, human life form is available. So given that it is so rare and the only is the only form wherein one can perform devotional service and the only form for which even the devtas are eager to to have so that they can also practice devotional service. So human life is the best opportunity to do sadhu sangha and come out of God realization, to develop love for God. So very important in life. Now the power of hearing and chanting we already saw. So we go ahead. Then unity of existence and divine manifestation. Very important point. Anybody would like to? Well, since we are just running out of time, I'll quickly
Yeah.
take.
So
Yes,
yeah.
Prabhuji.
So yeah, we have to connect everything. What we see. There's the relation with the Lord. That's what we see, and everything is coming from the Lord, and Lord, everything is within the Lord, right? So that is the basically a thing. So once you have that total approach, holistic approach, then we see nothing exists where the Lord is
But
not connected. Again, that faith, right? So He is
yes,
everything. That is the
yes,
essence of everything. Yeah.
yes. So we can just see one scenario. So one is when you are actually performing your role. It's a natak is going on, one play is going on. You are participating in that play and you are performing your role. So when you are performing that role, you get personal with the people who are with whom you are performing. Like you will have अनबन होएगा, कभी you'll have good relation, कभी you'll have bad relation, कभी you'll fault find. So when you are performing the role, that will be like that is your situation. Then other is when you see other people are performing the play in front of you, you are the audience. So what is the your mentality? Then you say, oh yeah, what he is doing on his role, that is correct. So that means you don't have any personal good or bad feelings with each other. And the third point is when you see everything from a bird's point of view, like ऊपर से जब पूरा situation देखते हैं, so then you feel everything was just correct, everything was just perfect, whatever happened at the right time Lord did, that was also you kind of merge your, like you kind of agree with whatever is happening with the Lord. So like a fabric, each and every thread at the same time it is different, but yet it is merging, only then it becomes a fabric. So unity of existence and divine manifestation. So how divine is manifesting in each and every thread of the fabric, that we can see when you are getting progressing on the spiritual path. Okay, so now these are the thematic points and philosophical significance as per the BBT text. Association with pure devotees, we just saw. The supreme good is what? Bhagavad Dharma, which is devotional service. Here there are some more important points which we will go into. Anybody would like to would want to comment on this, the supreme good? Very important point.
Yeah,
is
so
same thing. Yes, Prabhuji.
I think no, it's same, the fear, right? So when you are in a, we are
The
in
supreme
service,
good is Bhagavad Dharma, correct?
Bhagavad Dharma, yeah, that brings basically gets rid of the fear also, or
Yeah.
anxiety, and we develop love for him. So that is what we are looking for, a bliss, and that really helps us, right, to have faith and
Yeah.
release the service, release the service.
Yes, Prabhuji, you are right. So basically, Prabhuji very nicely put in these 3 points, which are very important, ABC. One is the highest supreme good, that is Bhagavad Dharma, is to attain a state of fearlessness and without any anxiety.
Yeah.
And that is possible only through devotional service. And why this has to be done? Because to get rid of the birth and cycle of birth and death. So what is the solution? To practice devotional service. And like to attain to develop a connection, to develop a very deep profound relationship with the Lord, because unless and until we uh, establish this relationship with the Lord, we will not develop love for Him. And unless and until we will not develop love from Him, whatever elevated state we are, we will only feel incomplete. So even we become like at the Brahma level, very higher level, but still we will feel incomplete unless and until we come like we develop a relationship with the Lord, like how gopis have developed and his friends have developed. So that is the most important. And how is the nature of bhakti? This everyone knows. We have been practicing it so many times. So when I was just going through this slide, it's like, if you remember, in every city there is one market area, and in one market area there is one central point that is called Babajan Chowk. So wherever go, you wander in all the streets, you come back to Babajan Chowk. So anywhere you go in the world, you will come back. Like the essence is practice devotional service to attain the love for the lotus feet of the Lord. So that is Babajan Chowk. So घूम फिर के वहीं आना है. So nature of devotion. So what is the nature of devotion?
Again, selfless, unconditional love only for
Yes.
Krishna, right? And that is the prime essence of the bhakti.
Yeah, it is selfless, and we develop love. As Prabhuji said, unconditional. We do this.
ह्येनिकेन
and-
प्रकारेण मन कृष्ण वशिष्यति. मन में कृष्णा होने चाहिए बस.
होना ही
कुछ भी
चाहिए.
करो. हाँ.
सब
And
कुछ
unwavering
Satisfaction.
love for God.
unwavering love for God. Yes, Mataji.
So satisfaction comes only through selfless service, Mataji. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, our happiness is put in not with us. Okay, and that is through service.
Yeah. So devotional
And that too,
service
serving
is
the Supreme Personality of the Godhead gives the utmost satisfaction to everyone.
so very nice point was like, one is like, this is basically the difference you can make out. One is doing puja and one is doing service. What is the difference being doing puja and doing service? When you do puja, whatever you have with you, you serve Lord with that. Like whatever feelings you have, whatever padarth, like whatever bhoga you have, whatever like capacity you have, you serve with that. But when you do service to Lord, you do as per how Lord wants it, as per the liking of the Lord. So doing puja is according to your liking, and doing service is as per how Krishna likes it. So that is the difference. So nature of the devotion, why it should be unconditional and selfless? Because you should not think of yourself, you should think of Lord, how Krishna would like it. So that should be the nature of devotion. Okay, then going forward, fearlessness in devotional service. How do we come to know that we are progressing in devotional service? Fear, we will see.
We get a fearless about material existence, right? That is
Yes.
the prime of
Yeah.
In other
So the
words, upper वर्ग, we overcross the upper वर्ग. upper वर्ग में चले जाते हैं. प फ ब भ म.
Acha. Yeah, I didn't know that. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for sharing that. Very nice.
And underscores protective essence, protective and nurtures um, this protection.
Yeah,
Yes,
we are
yes.
under the umbrella of the protection of the Lord. वो एक feeling रहता है, and when you don't get scared of facing the situations of life, that means you are developing in your devotional service.
Yes, the person
Okay.
always feels security and peace.
Yes. Yes. We feel the protection of the Lord. Then understanding the supreme personality of Godhead. How can we understand him? Bhaktamal. When we
By true
read,
devotion,
yes, true devotion,
selfless,
but we true
unconditional
devotion
love.
and selflessness is not in us, Mataji.
Yeah.
So how do we see that? How do we understand supreme
भक्तों के
personality?
चरित्र सुनना चाहिए,
भक्तों
भक्तों
के
के हो
चरित्र।
सके उतने भक्तों के चरित्र सुनेंगे तो हम उनके रिलेशन के बारे में हमें पता चलेगा कि भक्त और भगवान के बीच कैसे रेसिप्रोकेशन होता है.
Yes. So Lord has had a very reciprocal and very beautiful relationship with his genuine devotees. When we study that, we can understand about the purity and the loving nature of the Lord through his devotees. And Lord says that I'm not different from my devotees, through his pure devotees, of course. Then the role of spiritual master, we saw that already. And then integration of all the activities in devotion. Everything that we do has to be done for the Lord. Sometimes, like in the material world, it's not for all of us. It is possible to do deity worship and all the processes because everybody has a different situation and a different family life. So the thing is, whatever we are doing, we have to offer it to Lord, thinking that Krishna, I'm doing this for you. Even if you're doing something, earning money, doing something for our children, family, we see that we are doing it for Krishna. So that is integrating all the activities, whatever activities we are doing, we transform it and make it devotion to Lord. And then cultivation of love for Lord. Very, very important, very nice point over here. If anybody would like to express their feelings over here. Cultivation of love for Lord. Very pure thing. Anybody? Prasad Prabhu? Radha Vinod Prabhu? Raksha Mataji?
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
Mataji.
yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Radha Vinod Prabhuji, please carry on.
No, but okay, I'll start. So it's a developing a loving relation with the Lord, and the love only comes if it's a selfless. Otherwise, it's a transaction. Always we talk about
Yes.
that thing. So it's again, it transforms what we are to today's to mundane to loving relation with the Lord, and that is the pinnacle. So loving relation is the pinnacle of a devotional. If that relation is not there, if you don't relish that, that means there is something lacked in there.
So
Most
this we
important
can.
point माता जी हमें we have to develop one type of relation. हमें
Yes.
संबंध भगवान से जोड़ना है, कोई भी प्रकार का एक संबंध हमें भगवान से जोड़ना है. तब हम उनकी सेवा करेंगे तो हम वो फिर हम सोच पाएंगे कि अगर हम फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि अगर हम कहीं बाहर जा रहे हैं और हमें भगवान के प्रति चिंता होती है कि आज हम क्या करेंगे, भगवान का भोग कैसे लगाएंगे, भगवान
Yeah.
भूखे रह जाएंगे, वो चिंता होनी चाहिए. अगर भगवान की
Correct.
एक दिन भी माला नहीं हो तो वो इतनी हमें अंदर से पेन होना चाहिए कि आज मेरा ये मिस हो गया, आज मेरा ये मिस हो गया. तो ये जो जैसे
Correct.
जैसे वो चिंता बढ़ेगी हमारी तो भगवान के प्रति प्रेम भी बढ़ेगा.
Yeah. So nice. So only in very pure devotees of Lord one can see these ecstatic experiences. You know, they will say, you will find divine madness in them, like they are laughing and they are feeling joyful and all that, which is not possible in like neophytes. It's not easy. And Prabhuji always cautions that one should not imitate this. These are natural feelings. It only comes and develops when.
One more very important
Yes.
thing, Mataji, is okay, thinking always that Krishna is a person, Mataji. Unless that
Yes.
happens, And again, one more important point which I would like to mention is seeing the deities as Krishna. Okay,
Yeah,
otherwise that love, okay, it is very difficult to erase, Mataji, unless you
yeah,
think. The
yes, very.
impersonalism is one of the horrible thing where love cannot come. Yeah, that's another thing. Sorry.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
wonderful, wonderful
Excuse me.
point.
Excuse
One
me.
more
Yes,
point.
Prabhuji.
Excuse me.
Yes, Charu
I
Prabhuji.
I think it's really everybody is doing wonderful. I'm very glad that now you have a very clear-cut ideas what is Bhagavad Dharma is all about. But we need to be a little conscious about the time now,
Yes,
The main
Prabhuji.
lecture is beginning, so I think please we'll wrap it up,
Yes. So these points are the same, Prabhuji. I was just about to wind up. Detachment from material desires and unity, which we have already discussed. And so I give it up to Sharad Prabhuji now. Sorry, Prabhuji, for taking a lot of time. Hare Krishna, over to you, Sharad Prabhuji.
Thank you. Very well done, Samta Mataji. Very well. And every one of you also who participate. This is exactly what I meant to have we learn a lot more in this recap session than the lecture itself. So I'm very glad everybody has a very clear-cut idea what is Bhagavad Dharma is all about. So much we learned in this uh, the teachings of the Navi Yogendra to King Nimi. Thank you very much. And Sharad Prabhuji, now you may start.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. And thank you, Santa Mataji, for nicely recapping. And in future also, all those who are recapping, please follow this procedure. Maximum questions and less of explanations. Okay, as we saw in the last class, we basically spoke about Sadhu Sangha. And in this class today, basically, majority of the time, we will be talking about the three kinds of devotees, Uttama, Madhyama, and Kanishta. We will try to understand what is given in the Shastras, what do they mean. And also we'll see what our acharyas say about this. Now, what about the Uttama, Madhyama, and Kanishta? Sridhar Swami, according to Sridhar Swami, the position of the Uttama Adhikari, or who is also known as a first class devotee of the Supreme Lord, he is worshipable and his symptoms they are given in this second chapter in 8 verses. It should be understood that unless one comes in contact with the lotus feet of a pure devotee of the Lord, the path of freedom from material illusion is very, very difficult to shed. Now, in one of the verses, rather the fifth verse of Upadesamrita, Rupa Goswami states that one should associate with and faithfully serve the pure devotee who is always advanced in undeviated, loving, devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of propensity to criticize others. This is very, very important. We, most of the people, they spend much of their time in criticizing about others. There is no requirement at all. And on this, Prabhupada comments that Rupa Goswami is advising the devotee to be intelligent enough to distinguish between the types of these devotees, that is Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama. A neophyte Vaishnava or a Vaishnava situated on the intermediate platform can also accept disciples, but such disciples must be on the same platform, and it should be understood that they cannot advance very well toward the ultimate goal of life under his insufficient guidance. Therefore, a disciple should be careful to accept a Uttamadhikari as a spiritual master. Therefore, all the symptoms they are given. Now, in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives many, many points to Sanatana Goswami when he is discussing about Uttama, Madhyama, and Kanishta Adhikari. I will give some of the points, but before that, let me share the. Okay. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, Sanatana Goswami, he says that a faithful devotee is a truly eligible candidate for the loving service of the Lord. That means one has to be very, very faithful to the Supreme Lord. And according to one's faith, one is classified as a topmost devotee, intermediate devotee, or an inferior devotee, that is Uttama, Madhyama, or Kanishta. It is not as per age of the devotee. It is not as per for how many years he has been practiced devotional service, but according to the devotee's own faith. And on that, Srila Prabhupada, he says that the word faith, that is Shraddhavan, is very, very important. It means understanding Krishna to be the Sammam Bonam, the all in all, the eternal truth, and the absolute transcendence. If one has full faith in Krishna and confidence in him, one becomes eligible to discharge devotional service confidently. And according to one's faith, one is a topmost devotee, or intermediate devotee, or inferior devotee of the Kanishta Adhikari. One who is expert in logic and in understanding the revealed scriptures, and who always has firm conviction and deep faith, then he is to be considered as the topmost devotee in devotional service, that is the Uttama Adhikari. What I said, expert in logic, he understands the revealed scriptures and always have got a firm conviction. Now, what about a second class devotee or Madhyama Adhikari? One who is not very expert in argument and logic based on the revealed scriptures, but who has firm faith in the Supreme Lord. He is known as a second class devotee or Madhyama Adhikari. He also must be considered most fortunate. Now, he who does not know scriptural argument very well, but who has firm faith, is called an intermediate devotee or second class devotee. And who is a Kanishta Adhikari? One whose faith is soft and pliable. He is called a neophyte devotee or a Kanishta Adhikari, but by gradually following the process, he will rise to the platform of a first class devotee, Uttama Adhikari. One whose faith is not very strong, who is just beginning in the path of devotional service, should be considered a neophyte devotee. And a devotee is considered superlative of superior according to his attachment and love for the Supreme Lord. This we should understand very, very clearly. Now we go to the slide, point number 3. We are carrying forward from the last class. Fearlessness through devotion. How fearlessness comes, as we spoke yesterday. If you are totally surrendered to the Supreme Lord, He will give fearlessness. The text reveals how authentic devotional service. And what is devotional service in very brief? It is seva only, that is service. And this is known as devotional service or loving devotional service. Devotional service in a particular relation to the Supreme Lord. It cultivates fearlessness. Nothing else but devotional service only cultivates fearlessness, liberating devotees from anxieties tied to material existence and the perpetual cycle of birth and death. Now, please know that in the material world, there are so many fears. There are so many problems we face day to day. Not that these problems will not come in front of the devotee, but now that he has become a devotee, he knows how to handle them. These fears, these problems, they will not affect him, and he will totally become fearless. And ultimately, he will be out of this perpetual cycle of birth and death. Now, next point, by emphasizing fearlessness, the text delineates the transformative experience of a devotee distinguishing it from the fears and entanglement that ensnare ordinary individuals. Now, the ordinary individuals who are in the material world, who are not devotees, they are always confronted by fears and material entanglements. But the devotee is not concerned with that. He is not, he does not have any fear of anything. He does not get entangled in normal material situations which comes and goes. And this highlight how bhakti transforms the devotee's consciousness. When somebody is following devotional service, loving devotional service, it will transform a devotee's consciousness. Like we all have experienced when we started devotional service, what was our state and what is the state now today. Instilling a profound sense of security and peace grounded in their relationship with the Supreme. Now, the illusion and duality, the text acknowledges the duality inherent in the material world. There are so many types of dualities we face day to day. Right, wrong, heat, cold, like this. Everything is dual in this material world. Recognizing it as a product of conditioned intelligence and misidentification with the transient body. This is the main thing we have been talking about when we identify ourselves with the body which is transitory, which is not permanent, which will be destructed one day, then all these problems they come. Therefore, it's given in the Bhagavad Gita, we should identify ourselves as the spirit soul, which is totally pure and he is always dedicated to the Supreme Lord and nobody else. The next point, by confronting the nature of illusion, this text guide individual to transcend duality through devoted practice, that is devotional practice, ultimately revealing the oneness of all existence in an expansion of Krishna. This we are talking yesterday also. Everything in this material world, they have been created by the Supreme Lord and nobody else. And all are related. When we see them as unrelated, then all these enmity and other things they come. And therefore, in the present day world, you'll find there is so much enmity even between nations, between groups, between so-called religions. And if everybody was thinking that all of us are related to each other, then this should go. And this theme underscores the necessity of discerning the true nature of reality and illusion, calling individuals to shift their perspective from dualistic tendencies to recognizing the divine presence in everything. If we recognize, if we realize that the Supreme Lord is there in everything, animate or inanimate, then they will be not far from each other and there will be total peace and security in the complete universe. But that is what is lacking nowadays. Go on to the next slide. Surrender to the spiritual master. We, in our first session, we spoke a lot about the spiritual master. We have to have a spiritual master who guides us because the various things given in the Shastras, they cannot be understood by us. Therefore, there should be somebody who should explain us and guide us. The text stresses the vital importance of surrendering to a bona fide spiritual master. Once one has got a spiritual master, he should totally surrender to him, and whatever he says, that should be accepted without any questions, without any ifs and buts. That is the whole thing, as a means of receiving guidance and assurance on the devotional path. If we do that, then his mercy will automatically come and will be benefited. And this act of surrender is portrayed as essential for overcoming obstacles and maintaining resolute focus in one's spiritual journey, with the Guru serving as a direct connection to the Supreme. Now, who is Guru? Now, we cannot approach the Supreme Lord directly. We do not have the power, we do not have the expertise. Now, the Guru has the connection. Therefore, going through the Guru means the Guru is a connection between the Supreme Lord and the disciple. Now, all our problems will be solved by the Guru only, and he will take help of the Supreme Lord. That is what is the basic thing. And more than that, the Guru is more merciful than the Supreme Lord. Even if we are not eligible, if even if we have got so many defects, then the Guru will tell the Supreme Lord, you just you accept him. You just don't see the bad things in him. And the Lord will go as per the Guru's words. That is what is the role of a Guru. And the Guru's role is paramount within the Bhakti tradition, illustrating the hierarchical nature of spiritual knowledge and the critical importance of humility and receptivity in the quest for truth. Now, what the disciple, what is his basic nature? What should be his basic nature? As we said earlier, he should accept the spiritual master without any question. And second, he should be very humble. He should not try to test the spiritual master. He should not try to compare himself with the spiritual master. He should not think that I will become a spiritual master one day and I will surpass him. All these things should not be there. It should be in a very humble manner. And the unity of experience in devotion, the text conveys that devotion direct encounters the supreme and detachment from material concerns coalesce in the practice of bhakti. Now, if we practice this devotional service, then one day the Supreme Lord will come and interact with us. We should have that faith. And this simultaneous experience reinforces the holistic essence of spiritual practice, suggesting that true engagement with the divine leads to profound transformation if we follow this path which we have spoken till now. And whatever is spoken by the spiritual master and whatever is given in the Shastra, then we will be totally transformed, we will be a much different person, and we will be much benefited. And not only us, anybody who sees us, sees such a person, he will be benefited, and the whole society will be benefited with such a person. The integration of these experiences highlight the dynamic quality of bhakti, affirming that it encompasses the emotional, intellect, and practical aspects of life in connection with the divine. This is totally understood by everybody. We go to the next slide, the transcendental nature of the holy names. We have heard the glories of the holy names, and in very brief, the holy name is actually greater than the Supreme Lord. If we take the holy name, that means that is everything. We are near the Supreme Lord. Now, the text stresses the vital importance of surrendering to a bona fide spiritual master that we spoke earlier also as a means of receiving guidance and assurance of the spiritual devotional path. First is surrender to the spiritual master. Why? Because he will guide us, he will assure us, and he will show us the path to the Supreme Lord. And this act of surrender is portrayed as essential for overcoming obstacles and maintaining resolute focus in one's spiritual journey. In this path of devotional service, the first thing is surrender. And if one surrenders to the spiritual master, then most of the problems are over in the very beginning only. Maintaining a resolute focus in one's spiritual journey with the Guru serving as a direct connection to the Supreme that we saw. The Guru's role is paramount with the Bhakti tradition. He is very, very important. If one wants to progress in devotional service, he has to accept a Guru, and there is no two way about it. If somebody thinks that on my own I will study the scriptures, I'll utter the mantras, I will worship the Lord and I will be able to reach Him. No, the Lord, yes, you will be able to reach Him, but the Lord will not come very near to you. And there are very many examples in the various traditions also illustrating the hierarchical nature of spiritual knowledge. It comes from the Supreme Lord through the spiritual master to the disciple. And the critical importance of humility we spoke and receptivity in the quest of truth. And through these rich thematic threads, the text presents a compelling and comprehensive vision of the path of bhakti, advocating for life deeply rooted in devotion, community, and the transformative power of divine association. What it is the speaking or humility, then community. That means not as an individual, but as a group also. Together, we should carry on our chanting, that is the Sankirtana movement, and the divine association means Sadhu Sangha. Now, here one should remember that this Sadhu Sangha, as we spoke yesterday, that is very, very extremely important. Not only that we should do all these things, but also practice sadhu sangha. One should see the presence of the Supreme Lord, who is an object of worship in all other things, and then he will be benefited. And the types of devotees we just saw. What are the types of devotees? Then let us go to the next slide. The classification of devotees. The categorically delineate devotees into three distinct levels: Uttama, Madhyama, and Kanishta. In very brief, I have already told you, and we'll see the other things here. The topmost is the Uttama Adhikari, Madhyama is the intermediate adhikari, and neophyte is the Kanishta adhikari. Now that you know the symptoms, please decide for yourself you fall in which category. Now the classification serves as a vital framework for understanding the varying depths of devotion and the unique traits inherent to each category. And by recognizing their spiritual status, devotees can clearly identify the qualities they need to cultivate for advancement along with spiritual journey. Now, we saw the various qualities, various things in the various types of devotees. The intermediate of the second class devotee, he is called Madhyamadikari. He offers his love to the Supreme Lord. He is a sincere friend to all the devotees of the Lord, and at the same time he shows mercy to the ignorant people, that is the Kanishta Adhikaris and all others who are not even uh, devotees, and those people who are innocent, and disregards those who are envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not envious of him, but those who are envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Madhyamadikari, he disregards them, he does not talk to them, he does not interact with them. And a devotee who faithfully engages in worship of the deity in the temple but does not behave properly toward other devotees or people in general is called a Prakrita Bhakta, a materialistic devotee, and is to be considered in the lowest position. Now, we should not only think that the Lord is there in the deity form only, but we should know that He is there in every creation, in everybody, in everything. This should come to us. If it is not coming, then we are in the lowest position. Even while engaging one's senses in contact with the object, one who sees the whole universe, whole world as the energy of the Supreme Lord is neither repelled nor elated. He is indeed the greatest amongst the devotees. And within the material world, one's material body is always subject to birth and decay, that we saw in very great detail. And similarly, the life air is harassed by hunger, thirst. The mind is always anxious. The intelligence hankers after that which cannot be obtained. And all the senses are ultimately exhausted by constant struggle in the material nature. And a person who is not bewildered by such things, by such inevitable miseries of material existence, and who remains aloof from them simply by remembering the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, is to be considered the topmost, foremost devotee of the Supreme Lord, and one who has taken exclusive shelter of the Supreme Lord, Lord Krishna Vasudeva, becomes free from all karma, fruitive activities which are based on material lust. In fact, one who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord is freed from even the desire to enjoy material sense gratification. Birth in an aristocratic family, execution of austere and pious activities certainly cause oneself to take pride. Similarly, if one enjoys a prestigious position within the society and he has got many awards from the country, and he is highly respected of the Varnasrama social system, one becomes even more infatuated with himself. But if despite these excellent material qualifications, one does not feel even a tinge of pride within himself, he is to be considered the dearmost devotee of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. And when a devotee gives up the selfish conception by which he thinks this is my property, this is my thing, that is his thing, like this, and when he is no longer concerned with the pleasures of his own material body, or indifferent to the discomforts of others, he becomes totally peaceful, he becomes totally satisfied, he considers himself simply one amongst the others. The lotus feet of the Supreme Lord are sought even by the greatest demigods such as Brahma and Shiva, who have all accepted the Supreme Lord as their life and soul. And how can the fire of material suffering continue to burn in the hearts of those devotees who worship the Supreme Lord? The Lord's lotus feet have performed innumerable heroic deeds, as we have seen in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The effulgence emanating from those nails of the Supreme Lord resembles cooling moonshine, and the Supreme Lord is so kind to the conditioned souls that if they call upon Him by speaking His holy name, even unintentionally or unwillingly, the Lord is inclined to destroy innumerable sinful reactions in their hearts. This example we have seen many times in the Srimad Bhagavatam through so many episodes. Therefore, when a devotee has taken shelter of the Lord's lotus feet, he chants the holy name of the Supreme Lord with genuine love. The Supreme Lord can never give up the heart of such a devotee. One who has thus captured the Supreme Lord within his heart is to be known as Bhagavat Pradhana, the most exalted devotee of the Supreme Lord. Then the next point, the nature of pure devotion. The presence of pure devotion is epitomized by the ability to perceive the Supreme Lord in everything and everywhere, manifesting a profound state of love and dedicated service. This is the main thing what we have been talking. One should see the Supreme Lord in anybody and anything he sees in front of him. The transformative perspective is essential for nurturing a personal, intimate relationship with Krishna, which lies at the heart of Bhakti Yoga. We should establish a relationship with Him and love Him like that. And true devotion transcends mere ritual. It is fundamentally about forging a deep connection rooted in love for the divine. It should be based on love and not so much of a ritual, but the ritualistic things we have to follow till we come up to that level. It is not that we discard from the very beginning. Now we have seen various types of devotees and how they should be seen. Next slide. The role of association of the devotees. This also we have seen in a very, very great detail earlier. The text underscores the transformative power of associating with devotees of varying levels, particularly how engaging with advanced practitioners can accelerate spiritual growth. Now we should try always to associate with the great devotees, that is the pure devotees of the Supreme Lord, and we will be benefited proportionately. If we associate with a very high level devotee, we will be benefited more, and likewise. That's why we should try to find them out and associate with them, ask questions from them, and clear all our doubts which are there in the mind, and we will be benefited from that. Even if we are not doing that, just by listening to him, by being present in their presence, we will be benefited, immensely benefited. And emphasizing the value of community and support in devotional practice, this association fosters a sense of belonging that nurtures individual and collective advancement. This is, as we have spoken earlier also, it is not just a personal thing one has to do on his own, only a single person. It has to be done in a community so that this association will come, that all are the servants of the Supreme Lord and we belong to each other, and this will nurture individual and collective advancement. Not only we ourselves will be benefited, but all others who are associating, they'll also be benefited. Now, this emphasizes the communal aspect of bhakti, where the collective energy and teaching of devotees can uplift individuals on their spiritual journey. Now, a very material example, like you see, if suppose something good or bad has gone in a country, and one person, he says something that is not, that does not have so much power as when thousands and lakhs of people come to the streets and they say the same thing. It has got more power. Like that, in devotional service also, when we do congregational chanting, when we sit together, listen to the Shastras, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, that has got more power. That's why we should try to associate with each other in sadhu sangha. And the mercy and compassion, genuine devotee radiate compassion toward all living entities. One is each and everybody should be compassionate to the others. They should not be revengeful, even if the other person does anything wrong, even utterly wrong, then also one should be totally compassionate, like the Supreme Lord. You think of the Supreme Lord, like we do so many wrong things intentionally or unintentionally, but he has been ignoring all of them. That's why we are able to take his name, we are able to discuss about him, we are able to congregate and talk about him in these gatherings, because the Lord is most merciful. Suppose he was seeing each and every mistake of ours, we would not have been here in this place. And the next point is this nurturing compassion naturally flows from a pure heart, driving devotees to assist others in discovering their own divine connection. Not only that, we should try to progress, endeavor to progress in the path of devotional service, we should help others also, and that will be the very, very helpful to them. And this is what is compassion to others. And the perspective of challenges, self-centeredness. One should not be self-centered, thinking about himself, doing things for himself, do things for others also, for the society also, and promoting a selfless attitude that is essential for both personal spiritual growth and harmony within the community. That means one should stay like a social being. He should be of help to others, should be compassionate to others, help everybody, all others, and should not be self-centered under any circumstances, should be always have a selfless attitude. And with that, what will happen? Harmony will be created within the society, within the community, and everybody will be benefited with spiritual growth. Okay, let us see the next slide. Okay. We will have a 2-3 minutes break, and in that time, if you have got any questions or any comments, you are most welcome.
Sharad Prabhuji. The question comes, so we talk about a duality that exists in material world, always give happiness, unhappiness, and, heat and cold. When you are elevated to a spiritual world, for example, Vaikuntha, so do we see that there is no heat and cold exist, or we become immune to it?
No, in the material world only these dualities exist. In the spiritual world, they do not exist.
No, again, my specific question, for example, take heat and cold. This is one of the duality. We see differences, right? Because of our perception, and that also depending on what level is that heat and cold one can feel. So all those things, heat and cold, we take it. It means it doesn't exist in a spiritual world. That body is the body, right?
Okay, I'll
How
talk.
to understand? Because this is
Okay.
we talk about lot, but how to,
Okay. I'll talk of heat and cold. Like in summers, we switch on the AC. In winters, we want a heating the instrument element to warm us. But actually, if you see in the material world, there is nothing such as heat and cold. It is because of our own mind that this is all happening. And if we come to that level, which is that condition is there in the spiritual world, that time we will feel that there is no heat and cold, there is no duality at all. And this is very true. What I am saying, this is very scientific, told by scientists, and these are given in so many authentic books also. There is no heat and cold in this material world.
so that means the body will like today we feel if the temperature drops to 5 degree, you feel cold. If the temperature is 40 degree, you feel hot, right? So how to deny that? One is the tolerate, another is the how to deny. The duality exists in material world, and again the question is spiritual. That means the temperatures are nicely maintained. Just to understand that it does not exist, or
Okay.
how we.
Now it is not about tolerance also. Like
Mhm.
you'd have heard about there are so many yogis. They are practicing yoga in the deep mountains, in the far mountains, in the Himalayas, in the snowbound area, and hardly they have any cloth on them. And how they are surviving? If we go there, then we will be finished in no time only. But those people, how they are existing? There is so much cold, say minus 50 or 100 degrees, but still then nothing is happening to them. There are such people. How it is happening? It is because as scientifically it has been proved that there is no cold or hot like thing in this material world. There are concoctions of our mind, and when we transcend to that state, we will find that these dualities are not there at all.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
They are the figments of our imagination only. That means if the whole world becomes that, then there will be no requirement of any the air conditioners. There will be no requirement of any heaters also in this world. So that is my understanding. Okay, any other comment or question? Okay, if there are no questions or comments, then we'll see the next slide. The detachment from material desires. About desires we are discussing today also. Now, can we ever be out of these desires? Can all these desires be come to zero in our lives? No, it can never be. That's why these desires, they should be given, they should be toward the Supreme Lord. Let us see what is given in this slide. The text elucidates how pure devotees cultivate detachment from material possessions. Anything which we possess, which is in our homes, anything, we have not created them. The Supreme Lord has created them. Like even we are we are surviving because of the air. This air nobody has made, no scientist has made them. It has come from the Lord. Water, the Supreme Lord is providing. Like you talk of anything and everything, they have been given by the Supreme Lord. We have nothing. Then the status. One may think I have got so and so position in the society. I am a president, prime minister, minister, and so and so, so and so. But they are just temporary. And desires, there are so many desires. Finding joy solely in the service of Krishna, that means if we take the Supreme Lord to be our own and do service to Him, and if we get satisfied with that, then this material possession, status, and any other thing, they will have no meaning in our lives. So we will be totally peaceful. And such detachment marks a key distinguishing characteristic of advanced devotees. Please understand the detachment. Detachment does not mean you should be insensitive. Like you are going on the road, you find there has been an accident and one chap is lying down. You said, you say, no, no, I have been taught I should be totally detached from the material world. I have nothing to do with this, I should go. That is not the correct attitude. We should be, we should show mercy to him also, that person also. And such detachment marks a key distinguishing characteristic of advanced devotees, setting them apart from the pursuits of the material world. This is very, very important. Detachment means detachment from matter, from the various things happening in the material world. So many, some people they say or remark about us, that is totally material. One should not give any heed to them. That is what is detachment like this. The contrast between the allure of material attachment and the profound fulfillment of spiritual devotion highlights the transformative journey inherent in bhakti. When we are practicing devotional service, then gradually this attachment toward material things will go and attachment toward Krishna will increase. Now you see, both the things cannot be 50-50. We have to be attached to the Supreme Lord, and in that way the attachment from this material world will go. And if we think I should be attached to some extent and to the material world and to some extent to the Supreme Lord, that is not the correct understanding. We should try ourselves to attach ourselves to the Supreme Lord, then the other attachments which are troubling us in the material world, they will go away and we will be benefited. So why not do that? And that the Supreme Lord's accessibility, who can access Him, anybody and everybody. The teachings affirm that Supreme Lord is neither distant nor unreachable. He can be reached by anybody and everybody. He is intimately accessible to his devotees, responding to sincere worship and pure intention. If our intentions are pure, if we sincerely worship him, if we sincerely love him, that is loving devotional service, and we go through a spiritual master, certainly he is accessible. There is no doubt about it. We should not think that he is in a very distant place. He is in the Golok Vrindavan, that is far off from here, and we are most fallen. We cannot achieve him. We cannot see him. That is not the thing. The Lord is always, he is the most near to us, and at the appropriate time he will show himself to us. And this understanding instills a sense of connection and reassurance in personal relationship with the Lord. Like we are talking talking about it the other day. If we establish our relationship with the Supreme Lord, then we should be reassured that he will make us feel that the Lord is there. We will feel his presence. There is no doubt about it, and it dismantles the notion of a aloof God. The God is not sitting in a distant place, promoting an intimate, loving relationship between the devotee and the divine that fosters heartfelt connections. If we love him, if we serve him, then that will promote an intimate and loving relationship between us and the Supreme Lord. Now, chanting the holy name, we have been hearing about this holy name of the Supreme Lord, which is the main thing we have been doing in ISKCON every day in the morning. The unparalleled power of the holy name of Krishna is emphasized, serving as a transformative tool for purifying the heart and dispelling sinful influences. This taking the name of the Supreme Lord, as I told you earlier, the name of the Supreme Lord is more powerful than Supreme Lord. And if we chant the Supreme Lord, that means chant without any offenses, without the 10 offenses we have learned, then what will happen? Our heart will be totally purified, and all our sinful things which are in our heart and mind, they will go away gradually, and one day they will be totally gone, and nothing will be with us, and we will be totally benefited. How it will happen? By taking the name of the Lord. And this practice is not only central to devotional service, but also encapsulates a profound philosophical truth. Chanting is both an act of worship and pathway to spiritual realization. That means when we are chanting the name of the Lord, we are worshipping Him in person. There is no doubt about it. We are not able to see Him, but He is in front of us and we are worshipping Him. And gradually, at the appropriate time, we will transcend the path to spiritual realization. We will realize the Supreme Lord. He will come in the heart and he will tell us so many things, and that will be a one-to-one connection, one-to-one interaction with the Supreme Lord. This is possible through just chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no doubt about it. And this reflects transformative process of bhakti yoga, where the act of chanting is both a method of worship and a path of spiritual realization. Next, the vision of equality. The text promotes a visionary approach that recognizes all living beings as equal manifestations of Krishna. All are equal, but what we see in the material world, everybody says in the constitution also it is written that all are equal, but as given in the animal form of George Orwell, all are equal, but some are more equal than others. This is in the material world. But in Krishna's world, in the Krishna's creation, all have been born as equal, fostering unity and compassion. That's why all of us are one only, and we should show our compassion to others. Sama sarva bhutesu mad bhaktim lavate param. or a devotee who is equally disposed toward every living entity attains pure devotional service unto me. Krishna is saying in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. That means we should be equally disposed to every living entity. Every living entity does not mean human beings only. It means the animals, the insects, the birds, everybody in the creation of the Supreme Lord. Not only that, the inanimate things also, like the trees, the stones, everything. Then this empowering vision encourages devotees to rise above material distinctions and see the divine essence in every soul. Then what will happen? If we see the Lord in everybody, then it will encourage the devotees to rise above material distinctions. In the material world, one might have attained a higher post, another a lower post, but once they become devotees, they are all equal. There is no doubt about it. It fosters an inclusive attitude essential for a community that aspires to embody the principles of love and service central to bhakti. And it all starts with bhakti or devotional service or loving devotional service. If you love the Supreme Lord, automatically you will be loving anybody and everybody in this creation of the Supreme Lord. And the conclusions, these thematic elements powerfully illuminate the transformative potential of sincere practice, revealing the profound philosophical landscape of bhakti as articulated in this text which we saw. And this message aims to inspire and motivate all who are students, practitioners, or scholars of bhakti yoga and devotional philosophy on their spiritual journey. All these messages, what we have heard, we have discussed till now, they are very, very important. We should take them into the heart. Next slide. The gradations of devotees. This we saw so many times, and we are talking about that again. The text delineate distinct categories and types of uttama, madhyama, and the neophyte devotees, and understanding these gradations is essential for grasping the diverse levels of devotion and unique attributes that characterizes each category. Once we know them, we will be able to find out we are in which category. And if we are in a lower category, we should try to go to the higher category. And this framework empowers practitioners to recognize their spiritual journey and strive towards deeper, more profound expressions of devotion. Acknowledging these levels not only cultivates humility, but also provides a clear roadmap for personal growth within one's spiritual practice. This will help us in our personal life. Will be totally benefited if we follow all these. Then we ourselves will be the first one to get benefited, and then others will get benefited, and the whole society will get benefited. It highlights the dynamic nature of devotion, illustrating that the journey toward Supreme Lord is an ongoing process of transformation. This devotional service, it is not that it will end at some time. It is an ongoing process. Even if one goes to the from the material world to the Lord's world, that is Golak Vrindavana or any other place, the devotional service will still carry on. It will never end. There is no end for this. It is an ongoing process. And the perception of the divine, advanced devotees possess an elevated awareness, perceiving the Supreme Lord within all wings and aspects of creation. This we spoke in very great detail today. And this profound sense of interconnectedness cultivates an expansive love and unity towards all living entities, acknowledging them as integral parts of the Supreme. All, anybody and everybody in the creation of the Supreme Lord is an integral part of the Supreme Lord, We are also part of the Supreme Lord. That's why we all are united. We all are one. And this perception transcends mere philosophy. It represents a transformative experience that deepens one's love and unity with others. Recognizing the divine presence in everything is a fundamental aspect of authentic devotion. If we want to call ourselves the devotees, then we should realize that the Supreme Lord is present in everything in his creation. And this theme amplifies the essence of bhakti philosophy, which encourages devotees to nurture a loving relationship with the Supreme Lord. Not just a relationship, but loving devotional service. That's why it is called bhakti. Is translated by Srila Prabhupada as loving devotional service. We should establish this. Ultimately, this fosters a heart of transformation and a worldview permeated by divine presence. So this is very, very important. Then the next slide, love and friendship in devotion. What about love and friendship? The qualities of love, prema, for the Lord, fellowship among devotees, and compassion toward the uninformed, that is, those who are not devotees, that do not know what is devotional service, are not really mentioned. They are celebrated as vital characteristics of an intermediate devotee. We are talking of the intermediate devotee. These attributes serve as the foundation of bhakti community, promoting warmth, inclusivity, and collective support among practitioners. We have to practice them so that there will be warmth in all our relationships. There will be inclusivity. Everybody will think all of us to be included in the same community of what is known in our tradition is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and collective support among practitioners. So we should support each other, help each other when somebody needs help. And these qualities extend beyond personal virtues. They are essential to building a robust spiritual community. They reflect the relational nature of bhakti, where love expands to embrace a wider circle. By embodying these traits, we play a crucial role in fostering unity and harmony within our spiritual community. And this is what is most important, and this is the need of the day. And if it ever comes, then there will be total happiness, total peace in the complete universe. And this underscores the true devotion encompasses not an intimate relationship with the divine, but also an active commitment to engaging with fellow devotees and a compassionate approach towards all beings. And this should not be just a one-time commitment, it should be a permanent commitment by the devotees. And detachment from material desires. Now the text vividly illustrates that the highest devotees are liberated from material desires and attachments. So these material things that do not stay for them, they do not affect them, they do not disturb them, directing their unwavering focus toward the lotus feet of the Lord. Then what happens? Their complete attention goes toward the Supreme Lord. And this critical detachment serves as a gateway to profound spiritual growth, enabling devotees to rise above the dualities of material existence and maintain a steadfast commitment to their devotion. This we have been repeating again and again. These are the various benefits we get from devotional service. And this theme powerfully reinforces the idea that true spiritual fulfillment emanates from the deep inner devotion rather than external accolades or possessions. It resonates with the teachings of Bhakti, which prioritize surrender and love over worldly success. Worldly success is temporary, it is for some time only, but what we get from Bhakti or devotional service by surrendering and our love, that is permanent. Go to the next slide. Now, the remembrance of the divine, the unwavering remembrance of the Lord, especially during life's trials when we face a lot of troubles the times are bad, that time we should not think that why the Lord is not helping us. Where is He? He doesn't care for me. No, He is seeing us. He will help us at the correct time. We should have total faith on Him. And this stands out as a hallmark of a genuine devotee. The genuine devotee always remembers the Supreme Lord, and if possible, 24 hours in a day. You will ask how 24 hours in a day? This is possible at higher stages. Even if you are sleeping, the body will be chanting the name of the Lord. I know of examples when somebody has left his body and the body is under the earth. People have heard the names of the Supreme Lord from there. That is highly possible. And there is a stage also for that. And this remembrance transcends mere devotional practice. It becomes a vital source of peace and stability amid worldly suffering. Peace and stability will come back to the world if we follow all these points. And it highlights transformative power of love and devotion, where the act of remembering the Lord instills profound solace and strength. The concept nurtures the idea that the devotee's heart transforms into a sacred, the devotee's heart, the concept nurtures the idea that the devotee's heart transforms into a sacred space for the divine, igniting hope and purpose within the audience. And the kindness of the Supreme Lord, the Lord's readiness to forgive and embrace all who call upon Him intentionally or unintentionally, shines through a deep, reassuring message. And this reflects the divine's compassionate nature, showcasing the accessibility of grace for every soul seeking connection. Anybody who wants to practice devotional service, the Lord's compassion is already available to us. And this theme embodies the core bhakti belief that divine love knows no bounds and is available to anyone and everyone without any qualifications. It invites even the most wayward souls to redemption through sincere devotion, fostering a profound sense of inclusion and acceptance within the audience. This example we see in Srila Prabhupada's lifetime, how many devotees he has made out of such wayward souls. And in conclusion, these thematic elements intricately weave together a compelling narrative of devotional practice, emphasizing the personal growth and spiritual elevation as essential facets of the journey toward the divine transformation, relational dynamics, and the loving nature of the Supreme. They encourage a holistic approach to spirituality that integrates knowledge, love, and community central to the bhakti tradition. This is very, very important, and this we have learned today. By practicing devotional service, we'll achieve anything and everything what is possible. That's why we should not do anything else. And in that, not only are we ourselves will be benefited, the whole society will be benefited, and every human being in this world, in this creation of the Supreme Lord, they will get benefited. And there will be happiness and peace in the world, and nobody will be fighting. And if this happens in the present world, what will happen? There will be no requirement of any funds or money to develop any weapons or to keep the armies in the world, and everything can be expended, can be utilized for the welfare of everybody else. That means the whole world will be a much better world if everybody becomes a devotee. So with this, I come to an end of today's class, and I have finished my this lesson 144. Now the session is open for questions and answers, questions or comments. Thank you very much for listening very peacefully, carefully, and patiently to me.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Well done. Very well done. Namaste, Premaji.
Namaste. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
By the way,
I've been enjoying the first three. This one was like all Mataji devotees are. You're all really brilliant. You're all in such good hands. Prabhuji has done so much of hard work. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine in one's life one could do. And we are all into the bhakti movement, and I don't feel like getting up. Also, there were a lot of calls, naturally university. So, but I said no. I am. So it's lovely to listen, but the way it has been put across, that is where I find, how deeply you're all involved. When I started with Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam with Dharanishwari Mataji, she's in Bangalore, and I just told her that this is what is happening. Can you please request them that can I join? Can I join? She's teaching Bhagavatam at 6 o'clock in the morning. I said I will ask his permission. I will certainly. But I have never seen a class like this where all of them do the recapitulation where everything is in detail, in depth. So that in-depth study which you bring across in the platform has made all of them to get involved. And this is the best class. I mean, I cannot say class. Krishna makes us all to be with him, and he is with us. He's listening to all of us. Right?
thank you so much.
And that
Thank you
is,
so much, Mataji. We are really, really blessed by your presence, and such nice words. Thank you so much.
no, I have to show all my gratitude. And I don't know why एक खींचता जाता है, समझ रहे हैं? मतलब
Yeah, yeah.
ये जो
Yes,
खिंचाव है मुझे समझ में नहीं आता है कि
नहीं, भगवान,
how-
Krishna is defined as Karshati. He attracts everyone. When भगवान
yes,
के नाम लेते हैं हम, और भक्तों के समान, जब devotees, real devotees, when they gather in Krishna, because he comes, his entourage,
oh
and
yes,
his entourage is bhakti, So
yes,
that itself radiates
correct.
that happiness in everywhere. So thank you,
You don't
Mataji.
feel like
Really,
you don't feel like moving out anywhere, anything. And when I was listening to this material detachment, we are all into that. We are all no, this is not important. This is not important. That way how we detach ourselves, and we are not bystanders. We do communicate, we
yeah.
do help each other. But of course, I am not into the way you are all doing. But yes,
No,
I do
everybody's
believe.
doing their own way.
No, bhakti is
I know what you are
total.
doing too.
No,
Mataji,
bhakti is
it's
total
your
surrender.
humility,
No, bhakti is total surrender. Total surrender. It is all Krishna who Rama followed the way we have to be, we were saying. But Krishna, he had to work with adharmis.
Yeah.
So we have to be with the adharma. When we are into that, we cannot make everybody to be dharmic. So how do you manage? Krishna is our guide. you know.
Thank you.
Anyhow,
I'm
it's
really blessed by this group of devotees. It's really by Krishna's arrangement. Everything's happening.
yes, yes.
Everything is happening by Krishna's arrangement.
I was
So
listening
Mataji,
to
yeah,
Mataji's bhajan onwards. See, this is how I got into when Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam class. I had been listening Mangalore ISKCON. Then they asked me to take science and spirituality for the youth. I started teaching.
I
So
see.
for almost 2 years. And science and spirituality, naturally, with the Bhagavad Gita, there's 18 days chapters and all. So that group said, of course, I teach in Tamil. So Tamil, they said, no, no, don't leave us. Teach us. Continue with Bhagavatam, continue with
Yeah.
Tiruvaimozhi, continue. So it's going on. but not experts like you all. Anyhow, I'm so
No,
blessed.
not at all. Thank you very much.
Thank
Anybody
you
who is
so much.
interested,
Mataji, we are also blessed with your association, Mataji. Dandot pranam, Mataji.
We
Dandavat
very
pranam,
much
Mataji.
benefit from
Pranam,
this
Mataji.
Absolutely.
relationship. Yes.
Absolutely.
Hare
Thank you very
Krishna.
much for your association, Mataji.
You
Thank
know,
you,
So
I
Mataji.
wonderful.
Wonderful.
So great, kind words.
I am.
Premaji,
Ah,
Premaji, if anybody is interested, please feel welcome. And anybody, we more the merrier.
Yo, Dharneshwari and Radhika,
Yeah,
they
please.
started teaching because there was no Tamilians. They are from Telugu, but they started teaching. So two Tamil professors from Madras University came. It seems, how do you know? You don't even know Tamil. So because they said it is a challenge, Krishna will help us, and now they are totally into it. Nobody can believe they teach so well. I just came in with their association. Of course, they told me that you change, you take Diksha and all. That I said no. 1988, I have taken Diksha with Ramanujar. So we
Yeah,
don't change the acharyas, we don't change.
actually,
So I am still with Deshikar and Ramanujacharya because it's so long back I have taken Diksha. I've had Shank Chakra here. So I cannot, but then it's the same. It's the same,
yeah,
it's the same Krishna. Why should I will never, say my
yeah.
Acharya.
He has provided everything what we need.
Yes, yes.
Ramanujacharya.
Miami
Sripad.
Gaudiya Mart, I would like to share one thing. Of course, it's getting late for you.
Yeah.
Gaudiya Mart in Miami, there is a 94 years old Dasi. She was with Prabhupada in New York. And she used to be, I, I, I have an association with her in Miami. So she used to be totally into all those, drugs and everything, it seems. So she sat when she was just 16 year or something, and then she said, how do I change? How do I change? What do I know? I don't know anything. Then Prabhupada said that, okay, start drawing. She's good in drawing. So
Oh,
yes, so now what you see, she's got a lot of paintings. They put it in the all the temples for sale and everything. She is running a mart where all these girls and boys, those who are now, nowhere they can go. It's in Miami. I've been there, I sit with them, and you give anything and everything. You sit and chant with them, you sit and talk to them. Beautiful. So such a good service. So that is the devotional service for the devotee. यहाँ वहाँ जो बिखरे लोग हैं उनको वो प्रभुपादा से जो मैंने लिया मैं आपको
yeah.
देना चाहती हूँ. That's how she is working. She is of course
Fantastic,
she's an
fantastic.
American. बहुत अच्छी है. मतलब
Fantastic.
93 और ऐसे काम, feeble looking, and प्रेमा जी you be get associated. ऐसे इंजीनियर्स हैं सब उनके मठ में काम कर रहे हैं. People have devoted so much of money also. They have Miami में बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है. पूरा
अच्छा.
उनका मठ के लोग हैं. People, that is the devotional service. कि आप गंजा ले रहे हैं, ये ले रहे हैं, वो ले रहे हैं, लेकिन all of a sudden you turn back and see, and then that means उनका सुहृत है.
Yeah,
Krishna has made them to get associated.
yeah.
Very nice. Anyhow, thank you so much. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. I'll stop here.
Hare Krishna.
मैं भी
Thank you,
बोल
Mataji.
बोलती
We are all
हूँ.
blessed.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you. I'm enjoying.
Bye-bye.
Mataji,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Ji. Namaste.
Thank you, Mataji. You gave a
Thank you,
nice,
Mataji.
nice perspective and brought us more enlightenment. How Srila Prabhupada, brought hippies to happiness, right? So the story still continues, and we are not different. Like he picked up from different status that all belong, and he has brought to us. So thanks, Mataji. Very nice.
Any question
Yeah.
or comments?
Yeah, Prabhuji, I have one question. So, as the story unfolds, like King Nimi and Yogendras started with Bhagavad Dharma, devotional service at broader level, and then immediately jumps to Sadhu Sangha, and third is the gradation of a devotee, different levels of how systematically the questions are also put. It is not a haphazard one question first and like that, so nicely the questions are also arranged. So question comes, Prabhuji. So somebody dies, somebody in a mode of reaches maximum to Madhyama, because this cycle, Uttama, Madhyama, and Neophyte, right? So is it necessary to get a reach to the Uttama level to get a love of the Lord, or go back to the spiritual, even if you take the lowest level? Is it required that one has to be Uttama, or how it works, Prabhuji? Because I don't look at that reach to Uttama, maybe neophyte and Madhyama in between somewhere struggling. So what will happen?
No, what you said, one doesn't have to become a Uttama Adhikari to go to the spiritual world. That is true. But at the same time, we should try to inculcate all the qualities of the Uttama Adhikari, if we can. And
Okay,
the lower things, lower modes, we should try to shade them.
okay.
If
So the
if
best level one can come here because Uttama is the highest level, right? Then
if
difficult
if
to come.
if we think we'll do whatever we have been doing, we'll just chant 16 rounds a day, do some seva of the Lord, and that will take us. No, it
Mm.
is not. There are other preconditions also.
Okay,
And
okay,
it,
Prabhu.
it and it is not that all the sannyasis, all those who are Uttamadhikaris, they will definitely go to the spiritual world. That is also not there. There are so many other conditions also. But
Okay.
they are such great people, we should emulate them. We should try to become like them. Because that is the highest level. Why should we stay at the lowest level? Now that we know all the three types of devotees, now nobody is asking, but we ourselves know we are in which category.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। तो
धन्यवाद।
वंडरफुल क्लास प्रभु जी जो एक पॉइंट जो है कि हम सब में परमात्मा का दर्शन करें, सब में भगवान का दर्शन करें, तो वो जो रियल में एप्लीकेबल कैसे कर सकते हैं प्रभु जी? क्योंकि बोल तो सकते हैं जल्दी से कि देखो, मगर जब हम प्रैक्टिकली करने जाते हैं तो नहीं हो पाते, तुरंत ही दोष दिखने लग जाते हैं प्रभु जी।
You are very,
तो
very correct.
उसको हम कैसे डेवलप कर सके प्रभु जी?
You,
ये
you are,
चीज
you are very, very correct. We know the theory. And if you ask anybody, he will also say, we should see everybody. But how to see? What is the obstacle actually? Because we are entangled so much in the material world with the matters, with the happenings of day-to-day happenings, that we try to make difference. This we are talking of duality. It is being created because of our too much involvement in this matter or this material world or the happenings in the material world. And once we go to once we acquire all the good qualities and we reach the sattva guna level, not to talk of transcending beyond material sattva, at sattva guna level, yes, we will be able to come to that level when we can see the Supreme Lord in anybody and everybody and show mercy to them. So that will happen, but that is a long way, I feel, and that is a very difficult thing. But still, then we should know that this is what is the ultimate aim. We should try to see the Supreme Lord in everything, but that will become when we become totally purified. Because we are not purified, all the impurities are with us, all the baggages are with us from so many lifetimes. We are not able to progress because of that. Now, what is the way out? Chanting of the holy name, sadhu sangha. These are the basic two things. If we just follow these basic two things, we will be totally benefited. I have got no doubt about it. I'll request Charu Prabhuji to enlighten on this.
No, you did such a wonderful job actually, and every one of you. Now it looks like it's just I'm listening itself. I get tremendous enjoyment. Just listening all of you. I feel so good about it that everyone is progressing so good. It gives me great pleasure. All the efforts that I personally made it's coming to fruit, full fruit, And I'm very, very grateful to all of you. Look at Premaji, you know, she's a professor, how busy she is, and she's taking time out of a busy schedule and seeing something she has found, that something very, very good she found among us, So that's I'm very grateful, really. And it's all Krishna's mercy. What we are learning in this book and this course, we are actually witnessing Krishna's mercy right there. Do you guys see that?
Very true, Prabhuji. Very true.
It's just without
Yes.
it's a miracle, right? Krishna is so much blessing all of us because we are sincerely trying to serve him. Sincerity of purpose. We learned so many times, right? So that is what it pays. Thank you so much. Any other questions, comments?
Thank
Prabhuji
you.
has done so wonderful job. Prabhuji presented so nicely. And all of you also participating. Now it gives me really pleasure. What I intended, what I've been trying for a long time, this interactive discussion. How much do you realize how much we learned by simply interacting? It
Prabhuji,
gives
it is
great
all
pleasure.
It
it
is
is
your
all because
क्या
sorry.
बात है बहन जी क्या बात है
it is your efforts.
No, it's Krishna's Krishna is doing a favor to all of us. And we are just every one of us. We are pitching in whatever we can. Okay, and the collective effort that is paying us back.
Prabhuji,
Collective effort.
This class
do you
has given
remember
everybody so much benefits.
Yeah, Samantha Mataji.
Prabhuji, you remember you were very angry with us. You never used to be satisfied till the time you were feeling something is missing. This is not working. This is not working. So you pushed us into it. That's why it is working now. Otherwise, it
That was my
wouldn't have.
vision. Samantha Mataji, that was my vision actually for a long, long time. Thank you,
Thank you,
and you
Prabhuji.
helped
Wonderful
me.
class.
You're
No,
all
Prabhuji.
helping me. Look at Premaji was so much impressed by all of you. You know, she is no ordinary personality. It's just
प्रभुजी
incredible.
वो स्टार्टिंग से थे, कीर्तन भी सुना उन्होंने, बोलो.
Yeah.
It is really amazing.
And she attended. It's just amazing how many meetings she holds every day, worldwide. She is the chairperson of the whole university. She basically runs.
Thank you,
Hi,
Prabhuji.
board.
Prabhuji,
Continue.
may I ask a question?
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
please go ahead.
Yeah.
Sanjeev
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji,
So,
any comment?
yeah, question. Can I ask a
Mataji has a
question?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, two questions, Prabhuji. One is you said that without the Guru recommends. Guru recommends the devotee to Lord. So, without a Guru, it is not possible to approach Krishna. Like that, they say for Radharani also. So, how do I go about it? That is one question. And other is like without Lord's mercy, you don't get devotional service. So, what do I do to attract Lord's mercy?
Okay, what we should do to attract the Supreme Lord? That we spoke, loving devotional service. In that, chanting, association with the devotees. Then attracting the Lord. Now you know the hierarchy. Though we are saying these things, but the real meaning is, you see the Supreme Lord, Lord Krishna, He is everything. But He can be approached only through Radharani. Radharani can be approached only through whom? Lalita Devi, Lalita Sakhi. And Lalita Sakhi can be approached through your Guru Maharaj. That means if you go through the Guru, then automatically it will reach Krishna. If we think we will be able to satisfy Krishna with our efforts, that will not happen. That will not happen at all. It has to have the blessings of the spiritual master. Like if you read or hear the life histories of so many devotees, I don't know how many you have heard. There are many hundreds and thousands in the Bhaktamal, but besides that also there are many other devotees. I have got the books, many of them are in Hindi only. And if you read them, you will find them, that is also very necessary. The Guru's blessings, the Guru's, if he is satisfied with you, then you can get anything and everything. So that is there, that is in our tradition, that we have to believe.
Prabhuji, we learned
Thank
in,
you, Prabhuji.
in this Mana Siksha from the Sakhis, Ashta Sakhis, and spiritual master. In between, there's a Manjari Guru, is there, right? So we are all
Yes.
following that actually. We cannot do directly serve the divine couple through all these intermediate hierarchies there. So Manjari Guru, that is what it is. They are the one who are helping us. They are the one who link us to our spiritual master.
Yes, like I missed out one thing, Lalita Sakhi, and after that Rupa Manjari. And below Rupa Manjari is the spiritual master. And behind the spiritual master, we are there. That means you approach the spiritual master, the spiritual master approaches Rupa Manjari, Rupa Manjari approaches Lalita Sakhi, Lalita Sakhi approaches Radharani. And if Radharani is satisfied, there is no problem at all. Ultimately, it has to go through so many stages. But simple things we have to do is do chanting, association with the Supreme, associating with the devotees, and all other things we have been told.
So Samata Mataji, did you get your answer? See what he is
Yes.
just talking about? That's
Yes,
the way to
Prabhuji.
work,
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, in connection with the Rupa Manjari, our Rupa Goswami ji is the Rupa Manjari. And his Pranadhan is Radha Govind Dev ji. And राधा गोविंद देव जी के मंदिर में ही बलदेव विद्याभूषण जी ने गोविंद भाष्य दिया. So we are so fortunate कि we are going so nicely, Prabhuji.
And all these great, very elevated souls, they all personally participated in the Krishna Leela, and in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela also. Everybody were there.
And please remember, if the Lord is very much satisfied finally with us, then what will happen? Like it has happened many times in the past, the Lord Himself will come in front of us. And that devotee who reaches that level, he will go to the spiritual world in the self-same body, in this material body only. So I have got two questions. There is a lot of time also. How many deities have self-manifested? That means nobody has carved them out of the stones. Whatever you know, how many of them you know in there in Vrindavan or Jaipur or somewhere?
फिर राधा रमन लाल जी.
Radharaman, yes.
फिर राधा गोविंद देव जी.
No, not Radha Govind.
Madan Mohan, Prabhu. Sri Radha Madan Mohan. In Vrindavan.
No.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that was made by King, I guess. Yeah, Madan Mohan.
Sakshi Gopal.
Sakshi.
Shakshi Gopal, he himself came walking.
Yeah, and then Madhvacharya, he worshipped the one deity, right? Sri Madhvacharya, that is also Gopal deity in Vrindavan.
Any other very famous in Vrindavan, most famous in Vrindavan?
Radha Vallabh.
Banke Bihari.
Banke Bihari, correct.
Yes,
It was not coming
Banke
in my mind.
Bihari
Banke
and
Bihari.
Radha Vallabh. Banke Bihari, he manifested himself in front of Swami Haridas.
Swami Haridas.
And the Radha Vallabh, you know, where did he come?
ही तो हरिवंश है. ही हरिवंश प्रभु.
Harivansh, he was given that
Yes,
deity.
प्रभु जी शिव जी के पर्सनल ठाकुर जी. मैंने पढ़ा था शिव जी के पर्सनल ठाकुर जी थे राधा वल्लभ लाल जी.
Okay, I will tell you where was Radha Vallabh. Radha Vallabh was the worshipable deity of Lord Shiva, and he was in Svetadip. And when Atmadev Brahmana, he satisfied Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva asked him, "What do you want?" He said, "Okay, give me what you like. What is your best thing? You give it to me." He said, "No, no, I cannot give." He said, "No, no, you have promised, you have to give." Then he went to Swetadev and got this. And later on, when Hitarivansh married the two daughters of Atmadev, that was given in Dahej, that is in dowry to him. But this was all told by Srimati Radharani in dreams. So these are the things. Okay. Then my next question is, which all devotees, they went to the spiritual world in the self-same body?
Sri Narsi Mehta.
Tukaram.
Tukaram,
Tukaram,
Sant Tukaram.
Tukaram is yes. Okay. Anybody from Vrindavan? Okay, I'll give another hint. There are three of them from the Radha Vallabh Sampradaya. Okay. One is
Prabhuji, Heath Harivansh Prabhuji khud.
Heath Harivansh. Then the next is Sevak Ji. And these are such great stories. Sevak Ji, he never never came to Vrindavan, never stayed there, never heard Heath Harivansh, but became his devotee, and he stayed in Vrindavan for 10 days only, and in the self-same body he went to the spiritual world. So I said Hitarivansh, Sevak Ji, and Dhruv Ji. He is also in that tradition. All three of them in their self-same body, they went to the spiritual world. That is, all these things are possible. That we have to have faith on the Supreme Lord.
प्रभुजी इसमें नरसिंह मेहता जी नहीं आते प्रभुजी?
Hey,
Narsi
Mehta, I am not very sure. I have not heard about him.
Okay,
He's
Prabhuji.
going.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, even Vithala Pandharpur, he is also self-manifested, Swayambhu, and also Narsimha deity of Mayapur, that in Narsimhapalli, he is also self-manifested. There are many such self-Swayambhu deities.
Yes, that is very true. Acha, another I just forgot. Madhu Pandit, his deity, that is
Radha Gopinath.
Radha Gopinath, he was also self-manifested. The Lord came in that form only, and he didn't, the devotee didn't leave him. Then he had to leave his deity form in front of him. So that is there.
If anybody you want to learn something, that Radha Vinod Prabhuji can enlighten us more. Radha Vinod Prabhuji.
No, so we talk about Vitthal because he just come to his to his devotee, right? That is what. So manifest in the sense, Swayam, he comes to that place and remains there. That's what we talk about, right, Prabhuji? He
Yes.
personally came and remained to that place, like he's
Yes,
standing on the bridge.
nobody has made that, carved it out of stone.
Correct, perfect. So yeah, that is what. Just want to highlight about why Guru is required. An ideal example is Namdev Maharaj. Just
Yes.
1 minute I'll tell you. So Namdev, when he was a child, 5 year, 6 year baby, he used to talk to the Lord and he used to serve him and feed him, give a milk, all those things. And he used to play and have a chat with him. Namdev was so detached from all other friends and everybody. His only a friend or associate or whatever you call was only Vitthal and nobody else. And as time passes, he says, "You take a guru." And he says, "Why I need guru when I know I talk to you, I feed you? What else is required?" They says, "You don't know me." And then he enacts that. He says, "Tomorrow you find out if you see me." And he takes the form of old person and walks in front of him. He could not recognize him. And then he comes back. "Look, yesterday I walked, you don't know me." And you take a guru. So guru is very important as we see that whereas Guru is not different than, again, we talk Lord Balraman in that form also, right? It's a window to him. So he is a form of the, we say Guru is the form of the Lord Balraman, or we are talking about Radharani's mercy, whichever you look into that. So he opens the door for us. He is not different than Lord Balraman. If you think that again he is a mundane person, then we'll lose all the connection we are trying to build on that, right? So a lot of traditions are there in Varkari Sampradaya also. As Mataji was talking about, Tukaram Maharaj is the ideal example. He goes with his body and he calls his wife, come, and she says, I'm not coming because I have to take to take care of the children also. So I think we have many other sampradayas where we see Lord Swayambhu manifesting. It has its potential, as you say, Banke Bihari, so much of the rest, so much of it. When you look at him, you feel something different. It's not, you are not supposed to separate, you are not supposed to say one deity against another, but indirectly something comes from within. When you go to Banke Biharis and some of them, you go to the Vitthal, the moment I go there, Pandharpur, whenever I'm here, I visit. I see the hierarchy, who came here, how they visited, what was performed, right? Everything goes through your mind on that. So, Prabhuji, I think that's what I know. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji. Then another question: how many deities are without that is Krishna deities without Radha beside them?
Prabhuji, I understand Vrindavan. I think before Gaudiya, the Krishna was alone there, right? Prior, only Vrindavan Krishna alone existed. Banke Bihari is also alone.
Yes.
So we have to start.
The
Radha
Radha
came back.
Ramanlal Ji also alone.
He is
Prabhuji.
alone. He is alone
Yes.
also. Yeah.
So
Vitthal is alone. Vitthal also, if you look at it, Pandharpur, he came, he is alone, separate. Then Rukmini comes later on. She is in the same complex but different place. Vitthal stands alone there also.
No, Radha Ramanlal and Banke Bihari, they are like Radha Krishna in one form. They are not two different actually. They are one form.
yes.
Radha and Krishna have come together in one form. So sometimes you see they're dressed like with a choti, with what do you call, the braid on one side, like representing Radharani. Of course, they have another like a representation with a sari and a mukut only on the side. But otherwise, also the deity itself is decorated sometimes one side with like Radharani, one side like Krishna. So they are both. It's a combined form. So therefore, they don't need a Radharani special deity next because it's a combined form of Radha and Krishna.
Yes, like in the Banke Bihari tradition, they say what is the explanation of Bihari? Banke, why Bihari is added? Bihari means he is with Radharani. Bihari means both are there. So this is all. If there are no other questions, then we can conclude the today's class with the Nrsimha prayers. Any volunteer?
I can do, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Lad Dahine. Prahlad Lad Dahine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Shilatangkal Nakalai. Shilatangkal Nakalai. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato Yami Tato Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha. Narasimhadim Prapadi. Tavakar Kamalavare Nakam. Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubrangam Keshavadhrita Narhari Rupa Keshavadhrita Narhari Rupa जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। तव कर कमलवरे नकाम अद्भुत श्रृंगाम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। जय नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव। जय जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज, जय हो प्रभुपाद, जय हो प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव, जय जय गुरुदेव। जय जय सब संतों की जय हो। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
थैंक यू बहन जी, बहुत अच्छा किया है, बहुत अच्छा है।
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all the devotees. We
Thank
meet
you.
next weekend. I have already
Thank you, Prabhu.
sent the program till 8th of March. I hope you have got it, and if there are any issues, please tell me so that we can adjust the recap responsibilities also. The class responsibilities and recap responsibilities I have given in the one place only, so that is useful for everybody.
Yeah,
Thank
Prabhuji, today's recap I have to do on Friday, right? For 15 minutes now. My
Yes,
name is there.
on Friday it is 15 minutes.
Yeah, the same today's class, 15 minutes I have to finish. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Just prepare your questions, you know.
I will have questions. I always do.
Yeah.
I write down and
Prabhu,
always keep them.
I thought Srimad Bhagavatam will be recapped on Srimad Bhagavatam Day, and Govinda Bhasha will be recapped on Govinda Bhasha Day.
Yes. Govinda Bhasya, the related topics on Saturday.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay, Hari.
Hari Bol, everyone. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Prabhuji. Dandat pranam to all devotees. Thank you, Sarat Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you,
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.
thank you, wonderful
Hare
class.
Sanjay Prabhuji, thank you so
Prabhuji,
much.
thank you all devotees.
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaha. Hare Krishna.
थैंक यू समता माता जी।